What's going on, man? It's been a long time. I'm back. Looking all rough and stuff. Unified boxing coming in. The unified champ coming in. Coming back into the boxing community to make some videos. I'm brand new to the world, you know what I'm saying? Nobody know me. I'm just a regular guy that like boxing, that loves boxing. I started this channel a while ago with with some aspirations and got some some motivation from the other channels across the boxing community. Fanon and 78 Sports and Barbershop and Blue Blood and Boxing Ego, Boxing Voice. All those channels are Champ Side. Those are the channels. Aki is another one. And I just wanted to get in there and start talking about boxing too. I want to get in there and start, rapping with you guys, man. I see what y'all doing, man. All y'all doing some good stuff, man, as men. I like what y'all doing. Everybody got they platform, they doing their thing, they promoting each other, they helping each other out. There's no hating going on. Now you got some outside, boxing channels that I also watch as well. Casual Boxing Talk. I used to watch Goodfellas. I used to watch him. Dante's Boxing Nation, T Streets, all those guys doing their thing. Shouts out to all those guys, man. I've watched all y'all channels. I've watched everything, not everything, but a lot of y'all stuff. So I support that. No matter what differences y'all have between each other, but I watch all y'all channels. You know what I'm saying? All y'all put out good content. I'm just here to unify. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to unify. I'm just trying to get everybody on the same page. That's all. I'm just here to unify. But anyway, let me jump on my first boxing video in a long time, man. When we talking boxing, let's get to it. Let's unify. Let's unify. I've been following this Gary Russell, Devin Haney saga, this situation, for quite some time. I've seen all the interviews. Well, I'm going to say all of them, but the most of the main ones, right? With Gary Russell going back and forth with Terrence Crawford. That situation is wild. I knew Terrence Crawford wasn't going to fight Gary Russell. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Bob Arum was not going to let that happen. But let's be real. Gary Russell been talking mad crazy to Terrence Crawford. You heard me? And it's like, yo, Terrence, man, he pulling your card, fam. As a grown man, you just can't let that just go like that. You got to see that dude at some point, if it happens. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's like, yo, Gary Russell talking mad reckless. And shouts out to Gary Russell, man. That dude, man, he ain't no joke, bro. I respect that dude, man. He coming with the fire. So Terrence Crawford put out an offer. The offer or numbers came out about what Terrence Crawford offered or Bob Arum offered Kell Brook, because that's who Terrence Crawford's in negotiation with. And according to reports that I've seen on Twitter and across social media, that it's $2 million now. But the original offer was $1.5 million. Gary Russell came out and said, you lowballing Kell Brook. Since Kell Brook ain't gonna take that, how about you give me the $1.5 million and I'll fight you for that? I'm like, oh, let's see what Terrence Crawford gonna do. But Terrence Crawford didn't respond to that, right? Devin Haney came out and made a tweet. Or on a social media platform, he said something about, Bill Haney, shouts out to them brothers. He came out and said, hey, we got the 1.5. We'll give you the 1.5 and we'll fight you. Now, Gary Russell been trying to get a fight with so many guys at 126, it's not even funny. And every time his name come up with the 126 pounders, it's always an excuse or they don't say nothing. Leo Santa Cruz, Josh Warrington, Lee Selby, Carl Frampton, Shakur Stevenson, Tevin Funk, like all these, even at 130. Scott Quigg. None of these guys don't want to fight it for some strange reason. I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out why nobody wanted to take his belt. But I guarantee you, the minute he give up that belt and go to 135, I guarantee you all those fighters at 126 gonna be trying to get that belt. But they don't want to go through Gary to get that belt because they respect that dude. They know that dude is the truth. They know that dude can fight. Let's keep it 100. So let's get back to the story though. So Bill and Devin was like, hey, we got the 1.5. We want the smoke. Now Devin Haney been trying to get fights at 135. He's been passed up by DAZN. DAZN. Whatever you want to call him. Ryan Garcia, he jumped in the ring with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was like, I want to fight X, Y, and Z first, then you last. Why Devin Haney got to be last, Ryan Garcia? Why he couldn't be first? But DAZN gave Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell. Now, Devin Haney tried to fight Luke Campbell. He tried to fight Fortuna. He tried to fight Teofimo Lopez. He was the mandatory for Lomachenko. He wanted to get at Tank Davis. Nobody trying to mess with Devin Haney. I don't know what it is, but Ryan Garcia fighting Luke Campbell, but Devin Haney's the guy. So Golden Boy DAZN gave Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell. Now Ryan Garcia is very popular. He's coming up too as a young fighter. He's very popular on social media. He got over 1 million followers on I think Instagram or Twitter, one of the platforms. I don't follow him like that, but he's got a lot of following. You know, he's young. He got the look. You know what I'm saying? He flashy. He talk. You know what I'm saying? And the girls like it. I guarantee you a lot of his fan base is women. Young women. So Ryan Garcia is fighting Luke Campbell for the mandatory, I think, for the WBC, I guess. I don't know what that situation is. Tank Davis is fighting Leo Santa Cruz. Devin Haney wanted some smoke with Tank Davis, but Tank Davis shot that down real quick and said Devin Haney and them baby clout chasing. Shouts out to Tank Davis. So Devin like, okay, he tried to get Lomachenko, but Lomachenko was like, I want the French fries belt. Shouts out to Aki, the French fries belt, the franchise, to duck Devin Haney. He requested the franchise belt because he didn't want to fight his mandatory. So Suleiman gave Lomachenko the French fries belt, the franchise. Timo is fighting Lomachenko next month for the undisputed, I think, at 135 because the franchise title is on the line. Whatever that means. And I still don't get that French fries, franchise, whatever you want to call it, belt. I don't get that explanation. And only Lomachenko and Canelo got it? But nobody else got the franchise title in boxing, but only those two? I digress on that. So now Devin Haney's sitting there, he trying to negotiate with Gamboa. Now nobody asked for that fight. Nobody want to see Gamboa and Haney. Bill know that. Devin know that. But they trying to sell us Gamboa and Haney. The DAZN trying to, y'all can't sell the boxing community that. Y'all know that. We just saw Gamboa, 38 years old and decrepit. If Gamboa was like 32, 33, then I can rock with that fight. But Gamboa, 38, going on 39 with one leg. And Devin Haney want to fight him and get credit for him, though? Devin Haney, I got to call a spade a spade. Bill, I got to call a spade a spade. Nobody checking for that fight, man. I don't care how much you try to sugarcoat and make Gamboa look good. Nobody wants to see that fight. Which explains what's going on now. So, Gary Russell responded back to Bill and Devin Haney about, okay, well, I'll come over there and scrap with the youngster, the shorty, as Gary Russell said. I'll come over there and scrap with shorty. Give me $2 million, because the 1.5 offer that I was trying to get at Terrence about was the offer that he gave to Kell Brook. I just wanted to take Kell Brook's spot. That's what Gary Russell wanted to do. He wanted to take Kell Brooks' spot. He'll take that money. But Devin Haney and Bill Haney across the street, hey, we got that 1.5 though. Well, guess what? Gary answered that call. Now, this is where things get interesting. When Gary said, "I'll take the 1 point," well, first he wanted a 0.5 on there. He wanted $2 million to come to the DAZN to fight Devin Haney. Because he was like, "I'm a name. I got a belt. I've been the champ for 5 years. I'm WBC 126. Everybody ducking me. You know it. Bill know it. Devin know it. Everybody know it, right? So I'm going to come to 135, 2 weight classes." Because he wanted to go 4 weight classes. But he going 2 weight classes. He said, "Tell you what, just put another 0.5 on there. And I'll get at you for $2 million. Bill was like, and I've been watching all these interviews, all these back and forths between Batman, Gary, and Bill. Bill was like, "Nah, Bill slick too. Bill slick talk. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I gotta go get the money and everything. And so listen here. Now Batman was just running his mouth. Now Batman just gotta be quiet sometime. He talk too much, man. Like, that's not how you conduct business. You gotta listen sometime. I'm wrong with Batman too, but you gotta be able to conduct yourself better than that when you're talking business. You know what I'm saying? You're over talking people and listen. No, Batman, just chill, let the people talk, and then you respond. That's how you do business. You don't do business over talking people. That's one thing I noticed about Batman. He don't listen sometimes. He just be talking so much. They want people to listen to him. But I respect Batman though. We cool. Just conduct business the better way, man. So Bill was like, you know what I'm saying? Look. So if I go get this money under DHP, you know what I'm saying, my company, Devin Haney Promotions, I'm the president. If I go get this money, you got to come, and we give you the match with Devin Haney on our platform, you got to come rock with us. So Batman has been talking for Gary. Batman was like, what? We want $2 million. Bill was like, I ain't giving you $2 million. I'm going to go get this 1.5. But when I go do this, you got to come rock. You got to give me some grams. You got to come rock with us for a couple fights. Let us promote you. Let us promote Gary Russell. And Batman was like, nah, I'm not doing that. We free agents. We can do what we want. We talked to Al Heyman. He said we can go over there, get the fight with Devin, and get back on. But Bill wasn't trying to get it. Bill slick. Bill is a slick talker. You gotta watch Bill. Bill slick. Bill was trying to push that stipulation, and the fight almost didn't happen because of that stipulation, that option. He knew Gary Russell and company was not going for that. Al Heyman wouldn't let Gary Russell do that. Fight Devin Haney, and then 2 extra fights on the DAZN. Bill, you know that ain't happening. What PBC fighter has went to DAZN and stayed over there after a fight? Gamboa, but you try to fight Gamboa, and Gamboa ain't staying after you fight Gamboa. You ain't finna promote Gamboa. So why Gary Russell? Why you want to promote Gary Russell? Why Gary Russell just want to go over there and fight your son? If he beat your son, he get a rematch clause. If he lose, he get the hell on. He get the hell out of Dodge, and he'll back to a free agent. But you don't want that to happen? Why? Why, Bill? Well, we already know why. But Gary wasn't going for that. Batman was like, nah. Even Gary came on there and said, I'm not doing that. So after a back and forth, going in circles in the hamster wheel between Batman and Bill Haney, they finally got on the same page. Now, we had a lot of extra people trying to run their mouth. Oh, I ain't gonna say run their mouth, but just throwing their 2 cents in to make it more difficult. I'm not gonna say anything, but some people were just saying unnecessary stuff to making things more difficult and more hostile for some strange reason. I don't know what that was about. That was unnecessary. That's not how you conduct business. You're bringing people on that has nothing to do with the business in there running their mouth. You got nothing to do with the negotiation, nothing to do with the contract, but you want to be having an opinion on the contract. It's not your business. Speak your opinion and keep it moving. This is between Bill and Batman and Devin and Gary. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but keep your emotions and your feelings out of it. That is ridiculous. That's not how you conduct business. They was arguing on multiple platforms over nonsense. Over he said this, and he said that, I said that. Really? You know how many people was watching that? White, black, Asian, Puerto Rican, Mexican. And y'all conducting yourself like that as black men? That's not how you conduct business as black men. And it got to the point that they almost got out of control. And that was on 78 Sports platform. Like, what are we doing here? Conduct yourself as black men as business acumen. Like, come on. Business sense. Business conversation. Everybody getting emotional. Batman getting emotional. Everybody just talking crazy. Almost lost a fight because of somebody that's not even involved with the negotiation. Not even involved with the negotiation. Batman getting mad because people saying this and saying, don't worry about what they saying. You worry about the contract. Batman, you get too emotional. And even those other folks that was on that live stream on 78 Sports, it's too emotional. Too emotional. Look at him. Emotional. Let's get back to the story. So they was on Fanon's channel, and towards the end of his video, his live stream the other day, Batman said something about, hey, let's do it on pay-per-view. Bill was like, that's a good idea. He said, I'll tell you what. Let's do it for 1.3 on both ends, and let's do a percentage on the pay-per-view. 60-40, 50-50, however you want to do it. Present that to DAZN after they came to an agreement of the 1.5 mil with without stipulations. So Batman was trying to say, look, let's get more money. This is a pay-per-view fight. This is a bigger fight than Santa Cruz and Santa Cruz and Tank and Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. It is a bigger fight than both of those fights. If DAZN want to get American subs, put that fight on DAZN. Now, Batman was overstepping his boundaries too much. He almost lost the fight because he was trying to push the pay-per-view too much. Y'all not putting the money up. DAZN's putting the money up. They call the shots. You're going over there and you're fighting Devin Haney. Forget Javier Fortuna. Go over there and fight Devin Haney. If you're going to beat him, beat him. Give him a rematch and bring the rematch over to PBC, Fox, Show, whatever, and do a pay-per-view over there. They used to fight on Showbox. So they know what the business is. Of course they'll make more money over on pay-per-view than the app. Now, Bill did say that DAZN is working on a pay-per-view model to recoup some of that Canelo money and that Triple G money and that Kovalev money and that Daniel Jacobs money. So they are working on a pay-per-view model, but it just ain't happening right now. This would have been a great fight to be on DAZN's first pay-per-view. But it's not. It's going to be on the app. I'm going to buy the app for that fight. Just for that fight. I will purchase the DAZN app for that fight. If DAZN can put on American fights like that, I will purchase it. I'm not buying DAZN to watch Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia. No interest. I'm not buying DAZN to watch Canelo fight bums. No, not doing it. I'm not paying money to DAZN to watch Anthony Joshua fight Kula Pulev. Nope. Daniel Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade fighting on the same card but not each other. I'm not paying for that. Nope. I'm not watching Triple G fight some dude that I ain't never heard of. Nope. But I'll pay for the DAZN app to see Gary Russell and Devin Haney. You know how many people will buy that app for that fight? Devin got a following, and of course Gary Russell got the DMV. But Batman was trying to push the pay-per-view model. Like, look, man, like we can make more money than this little $1.5 million. We can make like 6-7 mil. But then Bill got crunk. Bill was like, you know what I'm saying? I told you. Then I guess DAZN came on and chimed in and said, make the fight, green lighted it, and Bill got hyped. Bill was like, I told you I'll bring him to you. I told you I was going to bring Devin to you. And you know what I'm saying? Let's make the fight, you know? And they got hyped. And they ended the conversation basically on that note. Now, keep in mind, they did talk about the pay-per-view model. Let's do it. But I'll recommend just get the fight done on DAZN. If you win, you bring it over to PBC and get the pay-per-view going. Back-to-back fights like that? Oh, Lord. That's going to be a good fight. I can't pick a winner right now. I mean, I know Devin is a little green, but he got skill. Devin can fight at 154. Right now. His frame is he a 5'9", 5'10". Arm reach can fight. He can fight at 154, damn near 160. But he's young. He can shrink down to 135 and bang. Now as he go up in weight, talent get a little bit better. So we're going to see how Devin works at 140, 147, and 154. But that's another story. I want to see the Gary Russell, Devin Haney fight. The WBC 126 champ versus the 135 WBC champion, I guess. I mean, I don't know how that works, but you get what I'm saying. So don't worry about Javier Fortuna. Don't even worry about Yuriorkis Gamboa. You worry about each other. Don't let outside entities, other boxing channels, destroy the fight. Too many hands in the pot that got nothing to do with it. Focus on negotiation, getting this fight on paper. Then after it's on paper, then do what you do. But get the fight on black and white contract. Stay away from channels that's going to promote extraness to get you out of character. Bill and Batman and Gary, stay away from them channels, man. And I'm not trying to hate on those channels. Just if they're gonna bring that extra nonsense, that hostility and violence, and it is what it is, then it's up there. Then, like, man, get out of here with all that. We're trying to see a fight. We ain't trying to hear your mouth. These extra entities that got nothing to do with the fight. Up here trying to get a name in the boxing community by trying to threaten people on a live stream. We talking business. Come on, Batman and the other people. Like, y'all gotta stop that, man. This is about Gary Russell, Devin Haney. Not about you. It's not even about Batman. It's about Devin. It's not even about Bill. It's about Devin and Gary. Stop trying to take the spotlight. Do your job, Batman. If you're going to promote, if you're going to negotiate, do what you do. Stay behind the scenes now. The fight has been agreed to. You don't need to keep doing videos on these channels. Just okay, we got it on. We got it right. Let me fall back. If I was Batman, I would fall back off the live streams for a little bit until the contract is done. I will stop going on any channel and talking because you're bringing in extra energy that you don't need. That's going to distract you from the contract, getting this fight made. Get the fight made, then you come back on the live stream, then you talk your stuff, then you start promoting, creating posters and all that stuff like you said. But until that fight is done and signed and sealed by both parties, stay off live stream, man. Real talk, man. Bill, you too. You giving us what the fans want, that's great. Now stay out the limelight now. Everybody heard both of you agree to the 1.5, no stipulations. Now, if anybody back out, Bill, Batman, Devin, Gary, if any one of y'all back out on some nonsense, it ain't gonna look good for either party. I'm telling you right now. So whoever back down, you gonna catch a lot of heat. Don't give me this, well, they dissing the planes and the tickets and the whole, no. We gonna hold you to this fight. The boxing community is going to hold you to this fight. So don't back out, Gary, Batman, Bill, Devin, DAZN. Don't back out now. It's on and popping. They talking about sometime in December. That's cool. December 26th. That's perfect. You get the rest of September, all of October, all of November to promote the fight, and then December hit, and then everybody done fought, the Charlos, Earl, Lomachenko done fought, Ryan Garcia done fought, and December is all yours. You got the Deontay Wilder and Devin and Tyson Fury on number 3, but I don't think that's gonna happen in December. I think it's gonna happen in February 2021, because they want people in there, but. You get December to yourself. Ain't no major fight going on in December right now besides the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, but that's in question. So you can have December to yourself. It will be the biggest fight in 2020. It'll be bigger than Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. It's bigger than Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia. It's going to be bigger than Errol Spence and Danny. It's bigger than Charlo and Rosario. It's bigger than Charlo and Derevchenko. It's bigger than Terrence Crawford and Kell Brook or whoever Crawford fights, Mean Machine again, or Jose Benavidez again. I don't know, you know. But y'all can have the #1 fight in 2020. All yours in 1 month. You're going to make money off the fight. DAZN going to make some money off this fight. They know that. That's why they got a green light to fight. Because they need an American fighters, 2 good American fighters to actually fight. Because DAZN, we haven't seen 2 good Americans fight on that app. For some strange reason, DAZN hasn't put 2 top American African American fighters on that platform to fight. No Danny Jacobs versus Demetrius Andrade. Haven't seen that. We'll buy that. We'll buy the app for that fight too. But DAZN USA gotta. I keep saying DAZN. The DAZN. They gotta realize you're in America. We want to see Americans fight. We don't want to see people that we don't relate to. We don't got no background. We don't got no history with. We don't understand their background. You keep trying to push those people to us, but that Triple G stuff ain't gonna work. Can't even speak English. Canelo's golden boy. Canelo can't even speak English. We don't relate to him. He has his fan base. You know, that's Mexico. 90% of his fan base. We don't relate to Triple G. We don't relate to Billy Joe, Callum Smith in America. We can't get behind none of those guys. But we can get behind Gary and Devin. All right, DAZN, you better wake up. You in America, baby. You want some American money. Put some American fighters on there against each other. 2 good American fighters. You got 2 of them. One young and one in his prime still. You know what I'm saying? So make it happen, DAZN. We are all watching you. I don't want to hear nothing. It shouldn't take this long. They pretty much put the contract out to everybody to hear it. 1.5 million rematch clause. And all that little small details, the hotel, the tickets and all that, that's peanuts. Y'all figure that out. But the main meat and potatoes, 1.5 million guaranteed. Rematch clause for Devin Haney if he lose. If Devin Haney win, so be it. Deuces. Gary Russell get to go back to his free agents and working with PBC. Stop trying to get PBC fighters and focus on getting your platform right. You get your platform right, then fighters will start checking y'all out. That's how you play the game. Put the product out first. Let them see the product. Because all that product y'all put out prior to this fight, if it happens, hasn't been good. Anyway, this is Unified coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. I'm just dropping videos now. I'm so hyped up now. I got to get back on this boxing talk, and I'm trying to jump in head first. I'm like Devin Haney. I'm coming to the top, baby. I'm trying to unify. I'm trying to conquer this weight class, this under 1,000 sub weight class first, and then I'm going to the 1,000 to 5,000 weight class. I'm trying to take over that weight class, and I'm coming to the 5,000, 10,000 weight class. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to unify. I'm like Devin Haney. I'm like Gary Russell. I'm calling you out. Let me stop. I ain't messing with you. But anyway, Unified Boxing. It's time to unify. Unify, baby. I'm trying to unify. Signing out. Peace.